Okay, let's have a look at the next type of molarity problem, which I'm calling type 2. That's where you use molarity to calculate something else. In other words, molarity is given. Best way to look at that, to teach it, is maybe just to go through an example. So let's do that. Calculate the grams. Okay, so we are looking for how many grams of HCl is needed to make 28.6 milliliters. So we have a volume of 1.6 molar solution of HCl. Now, I can see that molarity is given and it's asking me to calculate something else. That's going to fall into our class 2 type of molarity problem. Now, the key to working these, and this is critical, is to write molarity as a conversion factor. So 1.6 molar units mean you have 1.6 moles per liter. And that's the key. This is now a conversion factor. So now let's see if we can use our data to calculate G looking at this piece of data, the 1.6 molar units, and the 28.6. Just using dimensional analysis straight and going fishing, as it were, I know that moles can be converted into grams. So I'm going to start out by putting the 1.6 moles here per 1 liter. And now I know I can convert moles. By the way, our solute is obviously HCl, if I want to go ahead and write that. Moles of HCl and moles of HCl. So I know for every 1 mole of HCl, there's 36.5 grams. That's the molar mass. We just calculated that on another question. Right, so what do I see here? This is crossed off, and lo and behold, I need grams in the numerator, and I have grams in the numerator. So I should be done, but not so much. Why? Because the rule is the units you need to show up have to show up, but everything else has to go away that's not in your target unit. Well, you can see I have no unit in the denominator, and I do have a unit in the denominator on the right-hand side. So I obviously need to find something with a volume in it so that I can put it in the numerator and cancel out this liter. So what do I have? There's a piece of data. Well, it's in milliliters, but I'll go ahead and put it there. 28.6 milliliters. I'll put it over 1 again because it's a piece of given data. It's not a conversion factor. Now, can I see my way home to get rid of all these? Sure. I know what? There's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. And now what happens? Liter now cancels out top and bottom. Milliliter cancels out. I've already canceled out moles of HCl. So now where do we stand? Exactly where we want to be standing. The unit I want to show up, grams of HCl, has indeed shown up, and every other unit has been crossed off. All I have to do now is pick up my calculator, multiply out the numbers, and I come up with 1.7 grams of HCl. So to put that in perspective, if I want to make 28.6 milliliters of a 1.6 molar solution, what I need to do is add 1.7 grams of HCl to a beaker and then top it up to 28.6. Let's now look at an alternate way to work the problem. And this method is to treat the molarity type 2 problem as a simple stoichiometric problem. That is to say, we're going to put molarity on the stoichiometric grid, And then we're just going to do the box equals star protocol. We're going to box what we're looking for. We're going to put a star on some starting point, and then we're going to use that flight path method to get us from the star to the box. Let's go. Calculate the number of grams of HCl is needed to make 28.6 milliliters. You notice now we have a new section to our grid, and that is liters of solution. Well, we have milliliters, so I'm going to back up just a little bit and put milliliters here. And this is going to be our starting point, milliliters. For stoichiometry problems, we almost always start with one of the following. At some grams of something, some volume of something, or some number of particles, or some number of moles. One of those four items is going to be where our star is. In this case, in molarity type 2 problems, it's almost always on the volume component. 28.6 milliliters of a 1.6 molar solution. This is a molarity type 2 problem, and the first thing, or one of the first things we need to do, of course, is write molarity as a conversion factor. Drop the M and write moles underscore liters. Okay, with that, we can now work the problem. Notice, I've been saying treat molarity as a conversion factor. Where does it show up on here? Well, it's the conversion factor that gets us from liters to moles. Just as molar mass was the conversion factor that gets us from grams to moles or moles to grams. And just like Avogadro's number is what gets us from moles to particles or particles to moles. And just as the coefficients in the balanced chemical equation are what gets us from moles of one thing to moles of another. So as those three things go, so molarity goes in bridging liters of solution to moles. So now it's a very simple process to work this problem. Box, grams of HCl equals star, 28.6 milliliters. The first thing we're going to do, of course, is go from milliliters to liters. And so we're going to use a conversion factor from milliliters to liters. And the second bridge we have to cross is going from liters to moles. And so we're going to use molarity in that case to convert what? Liters to moles. And then the next step we need to do is to go from moles to grams. And of course, we're going to use molar mass as the conversion factor to get us from moles to grams. Let's do a final check to make sure everything works out. Did the unit I want to show up? Indeed it did. And did all of the other units that needed to go away, did they go away? Let's see, milliliters is not in my answer, but that canceled out. Liters is not in my answer, so that needed to cancel out. Moles is not in my answer, so that needed to cancel out. So now it's just a matter of calculating. Why? Because the unit I wanted to show up showed up and all the other units went away. On the calculator, punch out those numbers and you wind up with 1.7, the same number that we got previously.